Hey everybody, are you getting bored of playing robot tournaments, duplicate instant tournaments, your normal garden variety type of bridge? Well, I thought this was a good time to introduce you to a different version of bridge that you can play in Bridge Base. It's called the Robot Reward Tournament, or also can be called the Robot Race Tournament. I'll explain the difference between these two things, but it's a really fun way to kind of play a different version of bridge that is a little more of a gamble, right? You're actually putting money in, and if you win, you actually get money returned to your bridge base account. So it's kind of a fun way to add a little bit of variety into your bridge game if you're getting maybe a little bit bored of the ho-hum instant duplicate tournaments. Now, these are not really played for master points other than BBO points. Right? You're not going to play these for ACBL, but they are a really fun way to kind of change up your game a little bit. And let's explain kind of the differences between a robot tournament and a normal tournament. And also, let me show you where to find these things. So here we are looking at the Bridge Base home screen. The robot world is where you want to go to find these types of tournaments. When you get in there, you can see I've circled a couple of the reward tournaments. You can play for $5, $1. You can even play for a quarter. And there's also different types of things called robot races. And you can see the normal duplicate games here as well. But the robot reward is what we're interested in. Let's explain the rules for the robot reward. The rules are this: 15 minutes is the time limit. This is not a, hey, you're going to play 8 boards or 12 boards. This is when the clock starts, you have 15 minutes until it's done. Okay. The highest total points will win after that 15-minute period. The best hand will be dealt to the south player. And these reward tournaments are non-duplicate in nature, which means you're being dealt random hands and so are your opponents, however many there may be. The robot races, not the robot rewards, the robot races are actually duplicate. So you'll be playing the same boards as your opponent. The key thing is you may play way more boards than your opponents do based on the fact that this is 15 minutes. So you can tell and start to maybe formulate some of the strategies for this type of event. So let's take a second and think about those possible strategies. What do you think your best strategy would be for this type of an event? Think about a few of them. Remember, 15 minutes is the time limit, so you might be playing, 5 or 6 boards or 15, however many you can get through in 15 minutes. Highest total points wins. And the best hand will be dealt to the south player, which is where every player is sitting, by the way. Everyone you're competing against is competing with and against 3 total robots sitting south. And these are non-duplicate hands. All right. Here they are. You play fast. That is your number one strategy. And here are the ways that we are going to increase our pace during these tournaments. When you are dealt a hand and no one's bid yet, you're actually deciding whether to open, you're going to pass almost all of your hands that are less than 2 no trump openers. Can you think about why? If you pass those hands, the auction, considering you're the one that's likely to have the best hand at the table, the auction will very frequently, in fact, most of the time, just pass out, right? The auction will end, which means you are passing that board out, which means you're skipping to the next board. You don't want to play part scores in these tournaments. You don't even want to really play game. Your goal is to play as many slams as possible in 15 minutes. And if you can't play slam, you want to play vulnerable games. That's your next best thing. So we're going to pass all of our marginal hands, which is up to and including 2 no trump openers. I'll upgrade a lot of 19s to 2 no trump openers, or maybe even 18s with 6 card suits, right? You can kind of mess around with that range a little bit, but for the most part, you are going to be looking for big hands and big hands only. If for some chance you do end up playing a part score, and the times where you'll do that are when you pass your non-2 no trump opener, the opponents might open the bidding, right? Or if you just open, your opponents might just get in the auction. That's less frequent, right? The most frequent thing is either before it gets to you, the opponents have opened, or you decide to pass your non-2 no opener and the opponents get in there, right? You might end up in a part score here, or you might sometimes even end up playing defense. play these hands as fast as you possibly can, right? Do not play hands that aren't going to achieve a huge score for you, or may even achieve a minus for you in some spots. Do not take your time with those hands unless there's a way to go plus, right? If you're defending, let's say, a vulnerable game, yes, you might take a little bit more time to defend that hand, because it's very important that you go plus if you think there's a way. But if you can see there's no way, and or you're in a part score, just play as fast as you can. However, the exact opposite happens when you get to a crucial hand, right? So if you get to a good slam that might require a little bit of thought, take your time, right? That is worth your time, right? It's a score game. You're trying to get the highest total score. So you're really trying to get the biggest bang for your buck. So if you're in small slam or even grand slam, if it's a little dicey, take your time. Sometimes it'll just be very fast and you'll go, right? So very key, play as fast as you can. If you are a player that likes to deliberate a lot, if you take your time, this might not be the event for you. But if you can kind of keep up the pace and also just follow these rules, you will see a lot more hands than your garden variety person, because a lot of people just sign up for these. I mean, maybe not anymore, but especially newer players that would sign up for a robot race or a robot reward aren't necessarily going to be adhering to these strategies. They're going to think it's normal bridge, right? It's not. A good example is if I'm dealt a 15 or 16.1 no trump opener in this tournament, I will pass that hand every single time, 1,000%, because I don't have a slam, right? If I'm dealt 15, my partner can have at most 15. So I'm not going to be playing slam. I'm going to pass, and I'm going to live to play another hand as fast as I possibly can. So let me show you a quick example of a few hands through this tournament, and I'm going to play a quick tournament that I'm going to kind of speed through on the replay, just so you can get a taste of what this type of environment is like. So here we go, folks. All right, so here we go. We are registered for the robot reward, and we are dumping in right now. So here we go. Starting off with a massive hand here. So these are the types of hands we're looking for. Hands that are like 2 club, 2 no trump openers, things like that. Anything else, we're just going to be passing. Okay, so here we got dealt a monster. We're going to try to play slam. So 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, bid some 3 hearts. Ooh, that is some key card for hearts. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can show something here. Sorry. No, that won't work. Okay, so. Ooh, okay. So we're just going to bid a grand slam here. Very nice. Going to play very, very fast here. In fact, I don't think we can claim. They don't let you. So you have to play every card first. What an amazing start to the tournament. We did a grand slam right away. That is just, you cannot start better than that. One quick thing. I have to change this. Settings, we want to set one thing here. We want to auto play singletons. That means we can set it up so when we play a card and we have a singleton on the other side, it just instantly plays it, which gives us maybe just a little bit more speed. This next hand here is terrible. As good as the first one is, this is the worst. We do not have a really good hand, but the opponent's open, so we have to play this hand, right? We're not going to be able to pass this out very quickly, but this is okay. Other people are going to have this same exact problem. It looks like the opponents have pretty good hands. Let's see what partner's 2 spade bid is here. Okay. Well, I mean, we have a pretty darn good hand here. I don't know. We're going to just try to get a plus score. We're going to bid a game, and they're going to bid 5 diamonds. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if we double, we might just be going even more minus. I don't know. I guess we'll double and see what happens. Here's the problem. Oh, my God. The worst case scenario ever. So as good as the first board is, this might be the worst. Oh, wait. Ooh, okay. This might not be that bad, actually. If we can only go down 1, which looks like we might be able to manage if the ace of clubs is onside. So this is the problem. The robot plays the hands, right? But here they'll play it pretty quickly. So when the robot plays, ooh, we made it. Good. Wow. Okay. We're starting off amazingly well. So this is a weird hand here. If you pass this, you know it's going to go all pass. You're not vulnerable, right? But you have like a really good 18. So this is kind of your picking. I would probably just open this 2 no trump and hope to play 3 no. Okay. Even if not, I might just take 8 tricks if they don't take 5 before me. So let's see if maybe they can just switch to a heart thinking I don't have many. They're leading their two best suits, unfortunately. This might be really bad. But again, the speed is the key here, right? Don't worry about bad boards, especially not vulnerable. I can go down like 4 and be fine here because we're off to such a huge lead. Okay. So maybe we can just convince them to do something weird for us here. No, they're just going to take their trick. So, oh well, not a big deal. If we had opened a heart, we would have gone plus. I don't think we were going to be able to play game, unfortunately. So here we're just going to get rid of our cards until they let us in, which might not be very quickly. It's a good time to set up your singleton plays. Also, there's a quick singleton. All right, and here we go. Okay. All right, bingo. Next one. Quick. We're still in first place. You can see the score over here on the left. You get to kind of tell where you're at, and obviously, our opponent's probably going, "What the heck is this guy doing over there?" Here, it's okay to bid a spade. You have 6 cards here. We're clearly planning on doing something as far as new minor-ish to see if we can play spades. And then here, I'm just going to bid 4 hearts and let the robot play 4 hearts. All right, and again, letting them play isn't the worst thing because they'll play quickly. The problem is sometimes they misplay a hand that you wouldn't and just go minus when you should have gone plus, right? But here, I do not know if this helps at all, but okay, that didn't matter. I was kind of clicking, but it just went so fast. 6, 10, 13, 17, 19. Here's the thing. We know partner is a passed hand, right? We are just probably not going to bid, right? And we know it's going to pass out very likely to our left, right? So here, this is a perfect pass and play the next board. And here we go. I mean, just absolute insanity here. They open a spade on our left, unfortunately. And here's the problem. Now we're just kind of guessing as to where to be. Who knows, right? The left-hand opponent has an opening hand. So let's give them 12. We started with, 19. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a tough one. I guess we'll just pass and hope the robot plays it quickly and we weren't making 3 now. I mean, this is just a total guess here also. Oh, good. Okay, so it looks like we were losing 5 spade tricks, and this is our best spot. Okay, quick. Okay. Another clear pass here, right? And unfortunately, the opponents do that. We're not vulnerable. Let's just see if we can play 5 clubs undoubled. Okay, great. All right, super fast. Why didn't that auto play? We actually got to a pretty good contract. Next case. All right, another solid 17 here. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to play slam, even though we're vulnerable. I tend to pass these. Some people might open this just assuming they can play game, but here, okay. Now make it quick, guys. 1 diamond. This is the best response to an opening bit of a minor if you don't think you have slam, and you should think you don't have slam because, remember, this is a best hand tournament. And here we can see slam is interesting in diamonds, actually, but let's play this sucker here. Let's count our tricks real quick before 7, 9, 10. All right, so we can afford to take this finesse. Hope it's winning. It's not. Don't switch. They switched. All right. So now we're just going to go about playing this and taking the rest. All right, this is where we just auto play our singletons, get a little of that. And this is a cool spot. Here you're gonna play your singleton speed. Lower the ace. All right. Cash ace of diamonds. There's your singleton. And then you'll end with your singleton spade, just taking the trick. All right, pitch all your spades. Pitch everything but the spade so that it's just instant. Last trick is boom, boom, boom. Okay, great. That's always okay. If you were going to pass anyway, partner opens, that's the best. This is the problem, right? When the opponent's open or when you choose to pass and the opponent's open, it's just terrible, right? But here it's not bad. We have a double. Looks like the opponents are going to play this one. And the key to when the opponents play, go as fast as you can. Right, as fast as you can. Here, the robot, I'm like, buy this for 2 clubs. Let's go, robot. Let's go. Oh, okay. All right, so here, just defend as fast as you can. All right, so the opponent opened. Okay, cool. Get a little of the 6 and the 5 might come into play here. This might be pretty good. Minus 150. Who cares? All right, 15 points. Don't trick yourself out. Don't open a no trump. Just pass. Right, you want to pass it out. That's the key. Speed. Double here. We'll give it 1 more. Okay. Now we just defend very quickly. All right. Don't worry about terrible mistakes, especially when they're playing a part score, right? You're don't worry. Just go ahead and play as quick as you can. I mean, try to play as well as you can, but this is a spot where you're less worried about precision and you're more worried about just straight line speed, right? Get through the hand as quickly as you can. Here it looks like I'm an idiot for not leading a spade, but that's because I'm talking and playing quickly. Ooh, we still get a little spadage. Okay, good. And okay, I don't even know what to do there. Okay. 17 balanced. Partner, this is a spot where partner, if they open, okay, good. So we'll just bet 6 now, right? They open a no trump. We get very lucky here. Partner's probably like, what the heck is going on? But let's see, 5, 8, 11. It's going to come down to diamonds maybe here. Let's see. And here, I don't know why I do it. I usually click the mouse, but here I'm not touching the mouse and it's playing really fast. Ooh, yeah, good. Everything was good. We made 7. Boom. We are, by the way, it doesn't usually go this well, guys. We are destroying this tournament so far. There's 5 minutes left in the clock, and we're at like 5,000 points. I guess we started with 15, so this is 10 minutes in. We're at that. Here, unfortunately, opponent open. We would have passed this. 1 no trump, 2 no trump is a transfer to clubs. All right, so this one again, it's a part score. Try to make it. You always want to go plus, right? If you're going minus, you're really losing, right? So you have to go plus on every board. But this one, again, speed is probably way more important than precision, right? Vulnerable, maybe you want to be, a little bit more delicate with your play. But here it's, is that a 6, 10, 12? He roughed one. Yeah, okay. Take a little finessage, play a little that, cash that. Is that a winner? I don't even know. Yeah. Okay. And now you just lose this. The problem is, the one problem you cannot claim, right? They kind of want you to play out all these hands. So you just kind of have to click these as quickly as you can. See, when I click there, I'm coming down here very fast, as quick as I can. So from this point, I'm just going to rush through the end of the tournament. This is just sped up so we can complete it. But just at the end of the tournament, be mindful that you'll see the score, you'll see where you stand, and you'll be able to know kind of whether you should complete a hand or not. And let's take a quick look at a good example. This is a perfect example, right? We have 1 minute left. If we bid, we may end up going minus. So I can do something, right? I can double, see what happens. Partner bids a spade. Maybe we play 1 spade and we let the robot do it. But here, now that they bid 2 hearts, partner bids 3 clubs, I'm a little iffy here also, right? I do not want to go minus at this moment, considering that there's only 1 minute left. Boom. Okay, great. So at the end there, if I continue and let partner play it, they might actually lightning play this very quickly and be done with it, right? So here it was important at the end there to kind of just back off because the opponents are bidding, partner's kind of bidding, and they play it very fast. So they might finish within that minute and you go minus. When it's that close at the end, you get to kind of play a little bit of strategy there. That is your robot reward, okay? There are other robot tournaments that you can see right here. I'm in Robot World, by the way. If I go back, I can just click through Robot World. You have all these robot rewards. You also have the robot race. And what I can tell the differences between the robot reward and the robot race is in the robot reward, it's non-duplicate. So we were playing different hands there the entire time. But in the robot race, it's duplicate, right? So you will have the same exact hand. The strategy is pretty much the same, right? Except that you kind of have a better gauge of what's going on because you know your opponent is facing the same exact hands as you are. So the strategy there you saw was I was not bidding any of those marginal hands. I was only bidding hands that were super strong and that I had a chance to play slam in, right? Not even game. Game's not good enough. Sometimes vulnerable games, especially at the end, if you can tell it's close, are important to kind of get to just push through those extra points at the end, right? But there, it's about speed almost always. So the big takeaways are, number one, you're passing all of your non-2-no openers, basically. Anything below a 2-no opener, you're just going to pass and hope that it passes out and you're on to the next deal. You will always be dealt the best hand, so sometimes you are going to pass and the opponents are going to bid and you're going to want to get in that auction as well as quickly as you can. It's going to be weird sometimes, especially when you pass like a solid 18 count. in the opponent's bid, you're not going to have a good way to show your hand. So just ballpark it, right? Don't get in too much trouble. But the big thing is go plus as quickly as you possibly can. Take your time on the hands that matter. So that first deal of this set where we're in a grand slam, if it were more complicated, I would be taking my time and really grinding out the tricks, because plus 15-10 is amazing to start with, right? You're not going to get many boards like that. So take your time with the ones that matter. The ones that don't, when they're declaring a part score that it doesn't look like you're beating, or if you can get the robot to play a part score for you, or when you're playing a part score, right? You're just going to try to grind through as quickly as you can. Don't go minus, right? So try your best to kind of go plus, but still as quickly as you can, right? So this tournament isn't necessarily going to be for those of you that want to take a real long look at a hand, but it's a great kind of way to get some hands in a really unique way, and a kind of fun way, and a way where you can put some extra coin in your pocket if you have a little gamble in you. So enjoy this. If you guys want a little change of pace in your bridge game, the robot rewards are awesome, and the robot races are like a lighter version of that with duplicate boards. So either way, it's kind of a different way to change up your practice routine a little bit and have a little fun on the side. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Take care, folks.